Good morning. So, I just got off the phone with another supplier of mine. This is, I think, the fourth congruent account that I've had with like a supply chain issue and shipping issues, and so I can kind of comfortably state that this is factual, and this is kind of what's going on in the macro scale, not just in my industry, but possibly across the board. So what it looks like is with the shipping issue, right? We all know that the supply chain is strained, and things are coming in sporadically, right? And so availability is mixed, but the real the other factor people aren't accounting for, not just that there's a container shortage, right? But it's more of the fact that now we're getting a little gouged here because look at it this way. One of my suppliers, they make draw track, and he told me they fill a 20-foot container full of draw track. They ship it over from China, and this is going direct, right? This is going from China to the East Coast direct. If you want a direct shipment, they used to pay $1,500 to $2,000 based on capacity for a direct shipment. That's just to ship the container. That same container now costs almost $16,000 to ship. Another one of my suppliers, same kind of deal, China bowls, right? Undermount bowls for countertops, like the Virtuous China sink. Same deal. It gets a 40-foot container, right? I think it cost him $3,000. He says, well, that same container now costs him almost $10,000. And that's with no insurance yet. That's a big factor. You insure if anybody shipped anything. You have shipping insurance and all those factors. So it depends on what you're shipping, how. But the most case across the board, I have a couple other vendors. Same kind of story, even with the plywood, right? People don't realize a lot of plywood comes from overseas. They ship them in shipping containers. It's not justified to ship things and accept that cost. So the shipper's response to this is that there's a container shortage. So what used to occur is you would go, you're going to buy something in China and ship it to the States. Well, the States don't really export anything. We're just consuming, imports. So it's cheaper to just make a container, ship it here one time, and then they sit in these massive yards in port, and they either get sold off or scrapped, or, it's not even worth it to ship these things back. Now it's happening since there's not enough containers, or some reason China has stopped fabricating containers. You could stew on that a little bit, but because of that, we're shipping empties back to China. So look at the shippers; they're absorbing an empty shipment. So someone is going to pay, right? So they're putting that back into the pricing of a new container. Okay, that's fine. So if you did the math, if you charged double your rate, you would make up for that lost shipment, right? We're not. We're getting gouged here. We're getting 3 times, sometimes 4 times as much the price to ship something. And that's without, if anybody is near a port or worked in a port, how that works. To say it lightly, if you grease the hands, the container's going to slide a lot better, right? So that's without even greasing anything yet. And this is where we're at. So, and how much can consume? So now you're getting these price increases, right? So the people that want it now, right now, gotta have it just in time. You're gonna have to pay, right? So it's either that, or you're gonna wait. You're gonna sit on your hands and say, well, we're just gonna wait, or it's gonna take longer. Maybe we don't need a direct shipment. We're gonna go, from China to Vietnam to freaking some other country, and then it ends up at the States, and that might, instead of 15-day journey, it's going to be a 35, and that's what I'm experiencing with tile. But at that rate, in the macro, again, I could see now, I'm putting this together in my own eyes, if that's kind of probably what's going on with the global shipping industry alone. It's just the fact that we're getting gouged. So the bigger question is why Why are we getting gouged so much? Why is it that the pricing is what it is? I'd love to know. I'd love to hear if someone knows why is that. And maybe even the bigger question is, why on earth is China stop fabricating containers? You would think that's like a bread and butter thing, right? So I'll leave you with that, but that's just, what I see, boots on the ground, from what I'm experiencing, that I know is factual, that I could say without a doubt is happening, and that's what's happening. And because of that, we're seeing the price increases and the shortage of supplies and the sporadic or unreliability of deliveries, and that's exactly what's going on. And even me, to cover myself, I'm speculating on that, right? So all this is driving up cost factors and demand and the whole microeconomic case of it. So love to hear what you think. I like you to see, do your own research too, but that's what I'm seeing. And I mean, I don't know when this is going to end. I mean, it's just, I've never seen anything like this in my life. I mean, I'm not old, but I'm not young either. So take it easy.